Some anime don't need hype. They just hit different. No trending tags, no loud fan base, but when the credits roll, you'll feel everything. These are the underrated anime you won't regret watching. Welcome back to Anime Dungeon, where we don't just recommend anime. We uncover the ones buried beneath the mainstream. Before we jump in, do us a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button and smash the bell icon. It's a small click for you, but a whole world to us. And trust me, these anime, they're worth every second of your time. So let's get started. This story follows Kaname Sudo, an average high schooler who accepts an invite to a mobile game. But the moment he opens the app, his life becomes a deadly battlefield. Darwin's game isn't just a survival game. It's a war between gifted players, each with their own unique powers called sigils. At first, Kaname just wants to survive. But as the game drags him deeper into its twisted system, he becomes something more: a strategist, a leader, maybe even a threat to the game itself. What makes Darwin's game special is how it balances brutal action with smart decision-making. This isn't just fighting, it's chess with blood on the board. And the animation? Clean. The pacing? Tight. Every episode ends with a hook that dares you not to binge the next one. If you liked Future Diary or Battle Game in 5 seconds but wanted something more grounded and tactical, Darwin's game is that upgrade you've been waiting for. This story follows Gawain Nanaomi, a wild-hearted boy from the mountains with a monster-level golf swing. He doesn't even know the rules, but his raw strength launches golf balls farther than anyone has ever seen. One fateful encounter pulls him from the countryside into a prestigious golf academy where raw power meets brutal precision. What makes Rising Impact special isn't just that it's about golf, it's how it's about golf. It takes a slow sport and gives it shonen power-ups, rival dynamics, emotional arcs, and every swing feels like a clash of titans. It's old-school shonen magic reborn through a unique lens. And with Netflix bringing it back after 20 years, it's finally getting the spotlight it always deserved. If you love underdog stories with heart and hype, this is one you won't regret watching. This story follows Shion, a gifted boy living in a perfect city called Number 6. It's clean, advanced, and peaceful. But everything changes the night he gives shelter to a wounded fugitive named Nezumi. That one act of kindness cracks his world open, revealing a dystopian system built on lies, surveillance, and something much darker beneath the surface. Number 6 is a slow burn that hits hard. It's not about flashy fights. It's about rebellion, trust, and a growing bond between two boys standing against a manufactured utopia. What makes it special? It doesn't scream for attention. Instead, it quietly builds a world that feels too real, where emotions are raw, the stakes are human, and the smallest choices echo louder than explosions. Number 6 tells a story of resistance, love, and loss with elegance and grit. And in just 11 episodes, it says more than most anime do in 100. It's haunting, beautiful, and criminally underrated. This story follows a mysterious woman known only as the Raven Consort. She lives deep within the Emperor's palace, unseen by the public, untouched by politics. But when night falls, nobles come to her with ghostly requests, and the dead whisper secrets only she can hear. Set in an imperial China-inspired world, Raven of the Inner Palace blends historical court intrigue with supernatural mystery. Each episode is a quiet unraveling of grief, injustice, and buried sins, told through the eyes of a woman with powers she never asked for. What makes it special is its atmosphere, slow, haunting, and poetic. It doesn't rush, it lets silence speak. And its art direction? Every frame looks like an ancient scroll brought to life. It's unlike anything airing right now. If the Apothecary Diaries gave you a taste for elegant mystery, Raven of the Inner Palace will give you the full-course meal. This story follows Ashito Aoi, a fiery kid from the countryside with raw football talent and zero discipline. After a crushing loss, he's scouted by one of Japan's top youth academies. And just like that, he's thrown into a world of tactics, pressure, and players way ahead of him. But Ao Ashi isn't your average sports anime. It doesn't rely on flashy power moves or superhuman kicks. It's about football as a mental game, reading the field, adapting in real time, and growing through brutal failure. What makes it special? It's grounded, strategic, and deeply emotional. It treats the sport and the player's growth with serious respect. Ashido's transformation from a selfish striker to a visionary playmaker is nothing short of inspiring. If Blue Lock is adrenaline, Ao Ashi is authenticity. This anime doesn't just hype the sport, it makes you understand it, and by the time the whistle blows, you'll be cheering for every pass. This story follows Rin, one of the last remaining war gods in a world that hasn't seen conflict in 800 years. The demons they once sealed away, long forgotten, the gods, carefree, naive, and completely unprepared for what's coming next. When the demons return, so does the violence. And suddenly, these peaceful deities are forced into battles they were never trained for. But Rin, she remembers the old ways, and she doesn't hold back. The Idaten deities know only peace is Mappa Unleashed. Insane animation, blistering speed, unfiltered violence. It plays like a high-speed train with no brakes and no sensors. What makes it special? Its unpredictable tone, mixing colorful comedy with ruthless action and shocking moments that hit out of nowhere. It lures you in with laughs, then punches you in the face with horror. It's the rare anime that dares to be uncomfortable, chaotic, and bold. You'll never know what's coming next, and that's exactly why you won't stop watching. This story follows a cursed girl named Guido and her cold, calculating partner, Ashaf. Together they travel from city to city, hunting witches, not for justice, but for revenge. Because Guido isn't just cursed, she's waiting to unleash something terrifying. Every episode drops you into a new setting, corrupt kingdoms, haunted towns, or twisted cults hiding behind magic. Each arc peels back more darkness, and trust me, no one gets a happy ending. What makes The Witch and the Beast special is its tone. It's gothic, brutal, and soaked in that early 2000s dark fantasy edge we rarely see anymore. The action, stylish, the lore, deep, the atmosphere, deliciously grim. It's Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood meets Dorohedoro, but meaner, sexier, and more mysterious. This anime doesn't ask for your attention, it demands it. This story follows Vanitas, a flamboyant, reckless human doctor who claims he can cure cursed vampires, using a book said to doom them all. But behind that smug smile is a broken man with secrets deeper than blood. And beside him, Noe Archiviste, a kind-hearted vampire tasked with watching Vanitas, and maybe stopping him. Set in an alternate steampunk Paris, the Case Study of Vanitas is as much about supernatural battles as it is about trauma, identity, and emotional scars that never heal. What makes it special? The vibe, the animation, the characters. From the Gothic art direction to the emotionally loaded dialogues, it blends action, romance, and philosophy without ever losing its bite. And let's be honest, Vanitas and Noe's chemistry is half the show, and fans know it. It's not just another vampire anime, it's elegant, tragic, chaotic, and addictively dramatic. If you like depth hidden behind style, Vanitas will sink its teeth into you. This story follows Rafal, a young boy living in 15th century Europe, where the sun is said to revolve around the earth, and questioning that belief is punishable by death. But Rafal dares to dream bigger. He's captivated by the forbidden idea that the earth itself moves, and that science, not faith, may hold the truth. Orb on the movements of the earth isn't fantasy. It's a raw, historical seinen that looks at the price of knowledge and the brutality of those who fear it. There are no superpowers here, just conviction, suffering, and the courage to speak truth in a world that punishes it. What makes it special? It's painfully real. The animation is gritty, the storytelling sharp, and every scene is heavy with tension, not from battle, but from belief. It's a love letter to free thought and a horror story for those who dared to think differently. Why is it a must-watch? Because it challenges you. It's monster meets Vinland Saga with the soul of a silent voice. You don't just watch Orb, you feel every injustice with your whole chest. This story follows Gothic, a robot detective investigating a string of murders targeting the world's most advanced robots. And as he digs deeper, he uncovers a conspiracy that ties them all to a war everyone wants to forget. A war that still haunts even machines. But here's the twist. Gothic isn't just solving a case. He's next on the list. Based on a reimagining of Osamu Tezuka's Astro Boy, Pluto takes a children's classic and transforms it into one of the most haunting sci-fi thrillers in anime. Think Blade Runner, but colder and way more human. What makes it special? Everything. From the atmospheric direction to the slow burn mystery, from political tension to philosophical depth, Pluto doesn't just ask what it means to be human. It asks whether machines can feel grief, rage, or guilt more purely than we do. It's anime at its peak. Bold, quiet, devastating. If you've ever watched Monster, Ergo Proxy, or Ghost in the Shell, this is the one they pass the torch to. Pluto doesn't shout. It whispers and leaves echoes. And there you have it. 10 underrated anime you won't regret watching. If even one of these hits you different, then do the real ones thing. Hit that subscribe button and join us down here in the dungeon. Because the next hidden gem? It's already on the way. See you next time. Stay curious, stay watching, and stay in the dungeon.